How am I so supremely unbothered by what is happening with the Epstein nonsense? Welcome to day 224 and telling me YouTube millionaire. Well, as I've stated before, it's the Stoic philosophy that honestly kind of comes naturally to me at this point. It didn't before. I had to be beaten really hard to get into this position of Stoicism coming naturally to me. But it does now. It just reaffirms stuff that I already knew. That the satanic bell ring really does exist, for one. That it is really pervasive as much as I thought it was. And the only thing here that really matters necessarily is that it is getting to the lowest common denominator, to where even the layman or below would be able to see it and not ignore it. Because even CNN and MSNBC are like, are you seriously not going to pursue this? But it reaffirmed to me exactly what I already knew, that I, as a singular individual, do not have any power to change what's happening. The only thing that I can do is what I'm doing right here. Tell you guys about my personal perspectives on it, and live my life, my personal life, the best I can. Where you lose your power as an individual is when you decide to instead say it doesn't matter, so I might as well just take what I want for myself. That is where you allow this nefarious dark force to project upon you, and you become it yourself. No matter how small your circle is, you still have an effect. That is a ripple. You are a being that exists with free will and consciousness. Faith of a mustard seed. It's tied to that. Well, I have absolutely no power to affect what happens in the halls of the White House outside of this venue right here, because nobody listens to me, aside from my girlfriend and a handful of other people. And that's the point I'm getting to. I still have an effect. I cannot touch the mind and the heart of President Trump. It's disgusting. The level of betrayal there that was carried out by people that we were supposed to be able to trust. At least if there was or were anybody that we could trust that went into our halls of government, it would be them. As vetted as they are, as tested as they are, as proven through the crucible of their past as they are. Even that was not enough. So I can't change what's happening there. I remain supremely unbothered because it's in the hands of God. The issue here is where, if even in my own life, these things come back to blow back on me, as Dr. Ron Paul used the term, and my family and my friends, and affect my life personally, even to my own unaliving in some way, then that is something I must attack with all my power. And it threatens to. Because if we can't even protect our children, as I've said many a time already, we don't have a civilization. We don't have a country. We don't have laws. It's all just a facade. If it ever wasn't. I can't have the ear of President Trump. But this is unacceptable. Unacceptable on every single perceivable level. Unacceptable. He would know that children are like diamonds. The more of them you have, the wealthier you actually are. The money you have doesn't really matter. It's the children, your family, for a multitude of reasons. He has 6 children of his own and then several grandchildren. But I have no power to affect that. My question then becomes, where I am in my life, is if I cannot affect that, and it eventually gets so bad that it threatens to take me out in my own life, which frankly it already has in some way, but if it is right in front of me, gonna take my life, or family members, then when does God step in and say, this guy can't do anything else to fix this, and therefore I gotta take him out right now? That's the question here. That's what the rapture is. The rapture being where you and I, those people with good hearts, decent enough anyway, are trying to fix the world, and we literally cannot do anything else. Our time is going to end right here. That's what the rapture is. I can't do anything to change what President Trump is doing. Or Kash Patel. Or Dan Bongino. Or Pam Bondi. Any of them. But it does affect me. Think about it, guys. It is a Stoic philosophy to be supremely unbothered by those things over which you have no control. And that thing which you have the most control over is how you react to your situation. And that reaction itself is based upon the pattern of who you are fundamentally. Whether you've had past lives or not. It is the signal in the noise that is your soul. Who you are. And you'll either react well or you won't. Every step of the way, we always have a choice. It's our pattern, our past, that gives us a predisposition to go in one way or another. But we always have a choice to fix things. Just as well, we always have a choice to break things. There is nothing outside of this. If we don't push now, if we submit to the chaos, the end state of that is infinite entropy, non-existence entirely. So as far as I'm concerned, there is no purpose to adding to that. We don't have a country. We don't have a civilization. All right, guys. I don't mean to be depressing or anything, but I just want you to keep your minds and hearts tempered, focused on the things that matter, focused on the things over which you have an effect. So as painful and sad and tragic and horrible as this is, make sure that you're cultivating your personal relationships, because that's going to be the last bastion that you have, the last place you can go to truly matter. All right. Love you all. Peace.